seem like Travis. But that automatic, I ain't living. Everybody step, nigga, everybody act. Pistol loaded, keep it under the mattress. Pistol loaded, anytime that I'm counting. OT, just catch a play in the mountain. Too many racks, I might need an accountant. Too many rounds when we shoot, can't count it. Came from selling, I smoke out that ounces. Hit the club,
no, swinging on bounces.
The blend, it gets sprayed off the counter. I caught a back, 8 back in the powder. I've been outside since 08 South. I got the white boy Tommy. I put the can load him, no Keenan. Bro clicking if he look like he rich. 2020, you get hit for no reason. Dog on me, I'm just making this beat.
Give him a beat and I talk it. Targets and that's often. Talk it.
My face card no, so I keep it on me. Spin block with 10 40s. One, back out. Boom him. Who's that? Shoot him. That's going in the coffin. Sick coronavirus coffin. Your bitch so mean that she love me. She with you and she hated it, and that's awful.
Give him a beat and I talk it.
Y'all ain't ops, just targets, and that's all. Top of this barrel, just know when I'm booming, I'm shaking the room. I'm slide on this hand, ain't dancing, I'm busting this melon and busting the million. I'm busting, put you on to some paper. I had it 30, put you on the news. Not even itching to get in my body, don't make me turn you into a good excuse. I was outside in the midst of the fellas, been watching their hand in hand since I was 2. Baby, you request that you give up them sneakers or end up in ambulances for your tools. I get my broken bitch, who is you? I keep a 40 body like I'm Moose. Watch how I chop it up like I'm Burger. Murder like now I'm God in the booth. That's what I do.
Give him a beat and I talk it. I gotta go play that Drill 9 remix, man. Go play that. Let's get to this, though. From the list that I have received through my research, the top 25 small force of all time, I'm going to go down the list. I'm not going to say any of the accolades of what is. I'm just going to go down the list, and then I'm going to say the accolades. Number 1, LeBron. Number 2, Larry Bird. Number 3, KD. Number 4, Julius Erving. Number 5, Scottie Pippen. Number 6, John Havlicek. Number 7, Elgin Baylor. Number 8, Kawhi Leonard. Number 9, Dominique Wilkins. Number 10, James Worthy. Number 11, Paul Pierce. Number 12, Carmelo Anthony. Number 13, Rick Barry. Number 14, Billy Cunningham. Number 15, Grant Hill. Number 16, Chris Mullins. 17, Bernard King. Number 18, Glenn Rice. 19, Adrian Dantley. Number 20, Peja Stojakovic. Number 21, Mark McGuire. Number 22, Ron Artest, better known as Metal World Peace. Number 3, Andre Iguodala. Number 24, Sean Marion. And number 25, Michael Finley. That is the list of the greatest small forwards of all time. Now, let's read off some of the accolades. LeBron James, we don't need to know. We already know, all-time leading scorer. You find out saying shit like that, simple and plain. Larry Bird, 3-time MVP, 3-time champion. KD, 1-time, one of the greatest scorers ever, 2-time champ. Dr. J, Low 2020. He balled in the ABA and in the NBA, where he's a legend in both, which is a lot of people can't sit there and say they are a legend in both leagues. And he's an ABA MVP and a 3-time NBA champ. And that look, Scottie Pippen, we all know. I call it the road dog. Some people call it sidekick. It ain't a sidekick when your road dog Scottie Pippen. You see what I'm saying? Your road dog can't be Scottie. Your sidekick can't be a Scottie Pippen. That's your road dog. That's the nigga when you not getting it going. We go give it to Scottie. Let Scottie go up for 7-8 points real quick. Get 4 rebounds, few assists. And after Scottie, we got John Havlicek. Which to me, I'm surprised if we talking about rings while he's not. If we talking about rings while he's not put in the greatest of all time, because the nigga got 8. The nigga got 8 rings. The niggas know the name John Havlicek. And it wasn't way back then, but it was way back then. But we alright. Elgin Baylor, one of the greatest rebounders of basketball history, and especially in his position, if you want to put him at the 2 or the 3, but they call him a 3. And my son was averaging 27. Going to get 30s easily. Going to get 30s and 15s and 20s as your small forward is wicked. Then you got the Claw, Kawhi Leonard. 2-time champ. One of the only players that have a NBA championship in another state. I mean, another country, technically, and in the North America. Great defender. Good scorer. There's nothing he can't do, in my opinion. Then you got Dominique Wilkins. 9-time All-Star, human highlight, known for jumping off too. Dunking on everything and everyone at will. Just, I'm a dunk on you. Then you got James Worthy. Big Game James. 3-time NBA champ, 3-time Finals MVP. In my opinion, you got 3 Finals MVPs, bro. I think you should automatically be in the top 5. We have 3 Finals MVPs. 3. That's more than KD. That's more than Dr. J. It's more than Scottie Pippen. It's more than Kawhi. And it's right under LeBron. That's just me. John had I said who? Yeah, James Worthy. The fact that you got 3 MVPs and 3 Finals MVPs and you're ranked number 10 is cool, but I just think he's higher. Then you got Paul Pierce at 11, 10 times All-Star, known as the truth, and you know, he got his 1 ring. Great 1 ring. It is what it is. I'm not mad at 11, but it is what it is. Like, perfect. Dominique is 9, Paul Pierce is 11, but James Worthy is 10. I think, off of this, if anything, Dominique Wilkins should be pushed back farther down the line, because I don't think Dominique Wilkins is better than Carmelo Anthony, in my opinion. Love Dominique, love what you've done for the game, but I just don't think you're better than Carmelo Anthony, that is behind Paul Pierce at 12, and I think Carmelo Anthony is better than Paul Pierce and Dominique Wilkins. But to each his own. So in my opinion, it would go number 8 Kawhi, number 9 Carmelo Anthony, I lied. See, all this is really messed up because how can somebody be a 3-time finalist and only be at 10 of top 25 small forwards of all time under somebody that don't got a ring? This is stuff I don't get. This is just stuff I don't get. I just don't get it. Then you got Rick Barry, Finals MVP, got a chip. Known for shooting the underhand free throws. I'm not mad at 13 from the list that I'm seeing. Because I think realistically, if you are any type of importance to your, like even as a third option, if you have a ring and you are a third option, Your 17 points is way more important than that star not getting 30 or 25. If you don't get your 17 to 20 points, y'all can lose even if he get his 30 to 25. That be my thing. So when I look at these certain players that have one NBA chip or two, and it's like you're under somebody where it's like their whole career they basically just balled out, when meanwhile you actually have some, how would you call it? You have some emphasis to your career where it's just not like I'm just out here balling. I just became a Hall of Famer throughout all the years of me just going to ball. I have no problem with somebody saying Melo is automatically top 5 or top 10, but my thing is like, if Melo got, let's say, 20,000 and the nigga got 18,000 and then he got more rings or more accolades or the same amount, and then it's like you got a ring. I'm not saying I got to, but in my opinion, it's like, I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of like Mark McGuire is ranked 21. I mean, ranked 21 under Peja Stojakovic. I think Mark McGuire is better than Peja Stojakovic. That's just me. Now, Adrian Dantley, that's two-time scoring champ. That's the, when it comes to be talking as in the one-on-one career, we don't talk the one. That's gonna be hard to beat. But Peja Stojakovic, as a 6'10" shooter, known to only shoot the ball, I don't think you are better than Ron Artest at 22, Mark McGuire. I don't think you're a top 20 small force of all time. I just don't think that. I don't see how that's possible. I just don't see that. Ron Artest, Defensive Player of the Year, NBA champ. Like, see, this is me. If we're going off of rings, we already know who the greatest small forward is. And technically, if we're going off of rings, John Havlicek is technically, I think he would be tied with the second most, or he would have the second most. Yo, what's up? Be tied with the second most or the second highest with 8 rings. If we're just talking rings. If we're talking stats, rings in the collective of basketball, then it's like, how don't you still put that man there? He got 8 rings. I don't care what generation, era, when you was. Unless basketball start adding 7 and 5-point plays, then there's certain shit like that where it's like, I don't care about your rings. My day is going good. No complaints. I'm just over here trying to understand why certain players are ranked higher than certain players in the top 25 small forwards, and some players are ranked under people that have 8 rings and 2 rings and they don't have anything. Now, with Andre Iguodala, him even being in the top 25, to me that is very, very, very weird. So you're telling me, out of all the small forwards ever, we can't name somebody, and this is no bash to Andre Iguodala. I'm from the city, the Apple. Andre Iguodala is ranked over Shawn Marion. How can Andre Iguodala be ranked over Shawn Marion just because of one? Well, he has multiple rings. But it's like, you see what I'm saying? Like, meanwhile, Shawn Marion do it all. You from Virginia? That's what's up. That's some family members in VA and all that. I just don't see how Shawn Marion is ranked 25. I think Shawn Marion is better than Andre Iguodala. Because if you're going off career, obviously, the nigga got rings. But then it's like, if you're going off career, it's like you only got more rings than me. Like that stuff like that be funny to me. Like I don't get that. Like how I don't know. It's like, but Glenn Rice is better than Andre. This shit is weird. Like if I would look at if I told you the greatest small forwards of all time was Scottie Pippen, Dr. J, KG, Larry Bird, and LeBron James. Yeah, my Instagram is 420 to 420. Was those five. Right? I wouldn't be mad at those five. I wouldn't be mad at those five. I can't be mad at those five. But then I told you the rest of those five, there was an 8-time champion, a 3-time champion, a finals MVP. That was better do got a ring. A 2-time champion, and one person that has now is an elite scoring 9-time All-Star. And he's in the top 10, right? But then I would tell you, but number 11 has one ring and he's a 10-time All-Star. Yeah, give me a second. That just don't, to me, that just don't make sense right there. And there's no shade to Dominique Wilkins, but it's just like, is that because of the slam dunk competition shit? Like, what is that for? What is that for? Like, what is that for? Like, how can you be a non-champion, have less all-star appearances than somebody, and then be better than them and they're a champion and have more? I just don't get that. I just don't get that. I really just don't get that. That just don't make sense to me. Oh, you be alright. That just don't make sense to me. So, and I think if Paul Pierce to see that, he would sit there and say the same shit. Where it's like, bro, how could somebody that have more All Stars than in a ring be technically better than me? I just don't get that shit. Certain shit like that, to me, it's like those are. Yo, that's hilarious. So, like, I feel like the next top, like as in the next 5 of the top 10, Dominique Wilkins needs to be taken out and switched with either Rick Barry, Paul Pierce, or Mark McGuire. Yeah, because those players have championships. Now, if we want to talk about, goddamn, what would I say? How long they played, or longevity, or injuries, then that might play a part in it. But in all actuality, every single one of these top 5 players has a ring. The next top 5, like James Worthy should not be at number 10. James Worthy realistically should be at number 7, and then it should be Elgin Baylor, Kawhi, Paul Pierce, Melo, Rick Barry, Dominique Wilkins, Grant Hill, Chris Mullins, then Billy Cunningham, then it should be Bernard King, Glenn Rice, Adrian Dantley, Mark McGuire, Ron Artest, Sean Marion, Michael Finley, Andre Iguodala, and then Peja Stojakovic. Hell no, Vince a 2. Vince has been the 2 his whole career, bro. Vince has never been listed as a small forward. The only time he has been listed as small forward, unless it was like he subbed in. But as in listed, as in Vince has always been a 2. If Vince Carter was a 3, I don't know. We might look at threes different. I'm glad that you said that. Think about it. If Vince Carter was a 3, we would look at him 10 times different. But at the same time, it'd be like LeBron James still exists, so it's like he was still gonna change that. But it's like, imagine if Vince Carter was a 3. So it's like, he'll be a 6'6" jump out the gym. I don't know, bro. If Vince Carter was a 3, I think Vince Carter would still be looked at as Vince Carter if he doesn't get a ring. I think we would still look at Vince Carter like, oh, that nigga Vince though. That's just me. I don't feel like it would like, unless Vince Carter with a ring. Like Vince Carter with a ring is definitely top 10 small forwards. Just with one ring, he's definitely top 10 just because of the stuff he's done for basketball. And that's why I be saying, like, what is it about certain players where I see Peja Stojakovic, where he's only basically a shooter, is better than Mark McGuire or listed better or higher than Sean Marion. You see what I'm saying? Shit like that, where it's like, this nigga has no defensive shit, probably got one All NBA. Sean Marion got wild defensive shit. We ain't got to worry about that. Sean Marion slide feet. So what is it about that part of that list that puts him in front of all those players? And it's like, that's all they said was, you a 3-point shooter. I'm just confused. That don't make sense to me. Now every single one of them after Peja either had a ring or some type of All NBA. I don't even think Peja has an All NBA. He might, because Peja Stojakovic is still Peja Stojakovic. But I don't think he's better than nobody on that list, and I don't think he's top 20. Because this is me. If because DeMar DeRozan plays a lot of small forward, 2 guard, and he's moved to the power forward position. If DeMar DeRozan retires as the 3, Peja Stojakovic, you're out of here, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Like, and then when it comes to the 2 guards, bro, 2s to me are like Like, I'm not mad if a nigga say, and this is crazy, if, like, a nigga like Klay Thompson to them is top 10, top 5. Are you really gonna get mad at that? Can you really get mad at a nigga saying Klay Thompson is top 5 2 guards of all time? Can you get mad at that? Both sides, all NBA, all defense, 4-time champion. Are you gonna get mad at that? How you gonna get mad at that? You see what I'm saying? There's certain players, it's like, yo, you can't get, no matter if them niggas didn't dunk. See, that'd be another problem. And I think that's what it really is. Yeah, that's what it really is. It's a lot of y'all liking the aesthetics of how somebody looks while they play the game. Cool, it's not wrong with that. But to say because how he looks on the court and the shots he takes are leaning or whatever, he's whatever, doesn't mean the nigga is better than you. You just like the way it look. Just because you like the way it look, don't mean it's better. And that's real talk. We all love AI game. We all love Kyrie game. Who game look better? Yeah. Who better? Yeah. Tough question. Tough question. Because it's all about how the game look. Then technically, if you talk about how the game looks, if all y'all players are talking about it, how he looked while he played, then realistically, if you just going off how you look while you play, the top 5, in my opinion. And see, and this is weird because it's like, what are we looking at? Are we looking at a nigga that's big and uses the post? Are we looking at a nigga that's big and dunks the ball? What is your aesthetic of the looks when you think somebody is better than somebody, and it's just like you just like the way he looks or the way she looks while she plays, as in how she crosses the ball over, and meanwhile a crossover is a crossover. So certain things like that, I'd be like, my top three, if it's just all of how it looks while you play the game of basketball, this is not in any order. My top 3, and I'm talking about as in dunks, layups, jellies, crossovers, all types of shit. We just talking about how the shit looks. About how the shit just looks. The real top 3 of basketball, we just talking about how it looks, would be Michael Jordan, Kyrie, and Vince Carter. If we just talking about how, we gonna sit there and say, yo, let's say if we was just chilling, we never seen basketball before, and somebody showed us those 3 players, would I be wrong if I would just say that would be the whole aesthetics of what basketball could be at its greatest, quote unquote, let's say, we can say athleticism, but it's like, if I showed you Kyrie, Michael Jordan, and Vince Carter, what would be their similarities? What you like about those type of players is the creativity. In the air, on the dribble, on the go. Cool. I'm not mad at that. But to sit there and say, and this is tough, to be like, yo, Vince Carter is better than Klay Thompson, or somebody is better than Klay Thompson because of how they look on the court and what they do, is kind of, it's like, we gonna use that? If we gonna use that, that means Kyrie and Michael Jordan is really those are the GOATs. And then you can put niggas like AI and shit like that, and it would be players like that. It wouldn't be who you think it would be. It wouldn't be KD, because you would get bored with the jump shots. And then it'd be like, yo, what you gonna do with this? It would really, in my opinion, if we were just going off how the game looks, the flow of the game, how the person looks, crossover, yeah, those 3 players, and a whole collectiveness of everything, it would be those 3. It would be Michael Jordan, Vince Carter, and Kyrie. If I said, yo, if you put it like this, what I'm saying is this: if you wanted your son, your daughter, just to know what to do with the basketball at any time, those would be the players to me. Kyrie, the creativity. Vince Carter, I'll make it up on the fly. And Jordan with all, while I'm making it up on the fly, I might want to dunk it, but then I still might want to change my mind. So I'm a jelly. Well, Kyrie is like, yo, I'm not about to dunk this at all. I'm about to jelly through all of this. But before I got there, I spun off him, and I Euro step, bumped off the body, and spun and finished on the left side, reverse. And then hit the glass and spun in. Shit like that. If you just want to go get a bucket, and I would put Kobe in there, but then it's like Kobe copied. So I couldn't. Kobe game is not technically original. If you're gonna sit there and say that. Cause anything else after that is like, nigga, you copied a nigga game just cause you shoot better than him don't mean you're better than him. You see what I'm saying? Like, people like to sit there and say that, and not to even talk down on Kobe. I'll repeat Kobe. All right. Kobe deserved way more MVPs. Kobe should technically be, even though he is, but Kobe should be in like a no debate. But the thing is, bro, I'm not gonna lie, and what I think it really is what we have to understand is the same thing Gilbert Arenas says. There's still dinosaurs behind those gates. It's not like it's a 30-year-old or a 25-year-old or a 32-year-old behind there. Them niggas behind there is 60 and up. 45 and up. If you 30, he 40. That's 15 years he got on you, bro. 15. 15. I don't think you understand. When you 0, he 15. When you 30, you 15. See what I'm saying? You get what you get dinosaurs behind there. So certain things we might not see ever get switched with some of the greatest players we have ever seen because of the dinosaurs being kept as the gatekeepers. And it's like, y'all niggas not going to evolve yet. So y'all didn't give Kobe those 3 MVPs or whatever. Y'all didn't let certain things happen because, like, do I think shit like that happens? Yeah. Prime example. Them niggas won't let me get over 45 rebounds in the game of 2K. I know that shit sound crazy, but they won't let it happen. I don't see, like, when all those players went for the 70, I think a lot of people were, for how it wraps back into Kobe, were more afraid to see that Kobe shit get past so soon. And that's just me. I feel that not saying that they could have got it. What I'm saying is I feel that if they would have got close to 75 or like 70, they would have sat players down. I just feel that Kobe deserved. I think Kobe should have at least 2 to 3 MVPs, especially the year we averaged 36. That's like how you average 36 and don't get MVP. That's weird to me. 36 is 36. I don't give a fuck what era you in. And that nigga over there averaged 36. Oh, so he averaged 40. Oh, he averaged 40. He averaged 40. He gonna give us 40. Look, bare minimum 35. What do you mean he gonna give us 40? He averaged 36. Oh yeah, he going for 40. He going for 40. You don't reward that? Good team, bad team. I'm going for 40. I put it like this. Certain players, in my opinion, Not saying they were being blackballed, but they were being held out from certain awards because of certain reasons. And do I think there's players still being blackballed to this day that can easily play in the league if you really just let them get acclimated to the NBA? Hell yeah. There's wild players that can sit there and still ball out. Like the fact that niggas like I don't know, it might just be me wanting to see people play the sport that they love. But the fact that Michael Beasley was out the league the way he was, the fact that Lance Stevenson is not in the league to me is just I don't know if it's outside shit, I don't know if it's in the locker room shit, but just the fact that niggas like Jamal Crawford and like how certain like OJ Mayo, even though he had his own real reasonings and shit like that, but certain shit I just be like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I do not get it. Like the problem is with basketball, in my opinion. And it's not even, let's say, basketball. No, it is basketball. Where some of the talent don't make it. I really think it's because the wrong team got them. And then you thought this young ass kid was gonna sit there and become your superhero like some some other athletes have done. Like who's a good like player that I thought was gonna do way better. I can't think of none off the top right now. But y'all know what I'm saying, like let's say like the draft bust who people call trash and shit like that. Y'all can call them that NBA standards. But it's like, do you think that if they would have went to a different team, played a different role, they would have shined better? Do y'all really think that's like a major thing? And don't you see me streaming? I can't quadruple task. I'm sorry. I'm not I can't do that. You know I'm here, I accepted it, so give me some time. You don't gotta cry. But I just feel that the real problem in the NBA, there's no more development. Like you got the G League, but like I said, who's running these G Leagues? Who's the coaches? Are these niggas that's trying to be coaches in the NBA, or they like who are these coaches? Like this is me. If I was the commissioner or had any parts of run-ins with or running the goddamn NBA, I'm gonna pick a random player. Junis Ilgauskas. We're gonna pick a random player. Junis Ilgauskas, right? If he doesn't want to be coach, whatever, GM, D League, whatever type of cool. But what I'm saying is my whole NBA from G League to the NBA will be full with retired players from the NBA. Straight like that. It wouldn't be now. I'm not saying the ball boys and the mop boys have no cheerleaders, no. But as in the staff, Now we gonna need somebody to run the money. You can't. I know you ain't good at that. You've been balling for 15 plus years. I know. You can't be the best at that. We still need him. That's all he. While you've been going to get 30, he been collecting 30 mil and all that for us. Even though he ain't been working for us. Now you, boom, cool. Shit like that, cool. But anything else after that, bro? It's like this, bro. What I think the G League coaching and staffing be, and I'm not, because, I'm not about to be watching no G League game or whatever type of game. But what I really think it is not saying they mediocre players, but I think it'd be mediocre players that kind of had a name, stuck around long enough to get a name, so they was like, oh, yeah, I remember, yeah, come through, yeah. And it's like, you got some players that never even heard of you, bro. It's not like Grant Hill, a G League coach, or goddamn Kenny Smith, a G League coach, where it's like, oh, nah, we know you. We know you. It's not like Vince Carter, we know Vince. You see what I'm saying? It's not like that. So it's not like when they get there, it's like, I can really learn from this nigga. But I really be thinking a lot of these basketball players, and nigga, I'm better than you will ever be now. What am I gonna learn from you? You're not even a famer. You're not a tier. You're not, like, no disrespect. Niggas would be like, bro, who are you? Like, who are you, bro? Like, who are you? like, no disrespect. Like a nigga like Nolan Smith trying to be a G League coach or it's like, yo, bro, how? Like, realistically, like, how? How is this about to work out? Who is really going to sit there and, you feel what I'm saying? Really, like, that's the problem. I think when it was like, when the NBA was, it was like, all right, we had no choice. But then when the NBA players, when it first started, it was like niggas were retiring and becoming coaches. Let's say like Bill Russell. So it's like, nah, we gotta look. This nigga done played 12, 10 years. You listening to Hall of Famers and good coaching and players that average 17. But now it's like, y'all niggas is giving jobs to niggas that, realistically, based on what I'm saying, you can't get a job unless you was in the NBA. You can be a ball boy, you can be a manager for the player, you can count out money, you can help out the shit like that, but as in coaching and developing and shit like that and G League, unless you was an NBA and you was known and you was, like, perfect example, like Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers ain't no superstar. Doc Rivers was never trash, though. You know what I'm saying? Doc Rivers was never trash. Doc Rivers stood around, looked, learned, and said, I'm a coach. Because I get the game from the outside now. Got a ring. Has he been good ever since then? I don't know. But, like, perfect example. I'm not saying that Wayne Wade can't be a coach, but imagine you playing as a G League or as an NBA player and Dwayne Wade is your coach. Carmelo Anthony is your coach. A simple player, not saying simple, a player like Rudy Gay is your coach. If you know basketball, you know Rudy Gay. I'm not saying if you know podcasting. If you know basketball, you know Rudy Gay. So, I put it like, I think that's a real problem. And a lot of, and it'd be like this. A lot of, what I think it really be a lot of scouting, not scouting for the right player. We're trying to get the best player. Like Zach Edey. You get Zach Edey, you don't know how to use Zach Edey, that is your fucking fault. Don't blame Zach Edey for playing the role that you put him in. post. Oh, low screen and roll, dump off, one drop step. You better dunk him every time. You better dunk. You tall him off. You better dunk him every time, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Wimby, do what the fuck you want. I can't speak on you. You different. You from planet KB3 XR, nigga. Where the water is so healthy, niggas is living 1,000 years regularly. The oldest nigga where he at, where KB do with a XR, the oldest nigga over there like 1,000,000. That's regular. Like the oldest like that's regular. Like the old that's the young old. That's the young like he do what the fuck he feel like. I don't know what to say with that nigga. Play my nigga Bobo. Somebody pick up my nigga Bobo. Let my nigga Bobo eat. Shit like that. Cause the only difference between Bobo and Wimby is coaching. That's the only difference. That's the only difference between Bobo and Wimby. Coaching and teammates, aka the situation. So when I said players getting picked and picked up and having to sign a deal or a trade, because don't mean it's a great situation for that other player. A nigga like Bobo, in my opinion, should still be on the Nuggets. But he didn't like it or whatever. To me, what Bobo is, if he would ever reach his max, in my opinion, I think he will. Even Shaq wants him to play. Is dead ass. When he gets some weight on him, understands the game at his level and at his pace. Because you got to understand the game, but then you still got to understand the game at your pace. You might understand, all right, I got a jab step here, then Euro step here, but nigga, you 7'3". You might do that thinking you a guard, and oh shit, Chris Paul. Oh shit, Pat Bev. Oh, Marcus Smart, Swipey. Oh, Drew Holiday. Keep the ball up high release, which you do sometimes. But it's like, I feel that it's just some situation. Like, in my opinion, young team, but imagine if Bobo was the full for the Rockets. Or like play with Kate Cunningham. Or like on the Knicks. Where it's like your offense and your height makes you a target for those type of players and those type of teams. Where KD is your height and niggas like, oh, you 7'2", give the ball, KD. You see what I'm saying? It's little shit like that where it's like, if I give the ball to Şengün and this tall motherfucking Bobo cut, Şengün better give it to him. Give a nice little pocket pass. Give it to him right there. Boom, here, take that. Give it to him right there. Boom. Hey, I don't need this no more. Take that, no look. But same thing with the Knicks. Like imagine it was Bobo pick and roll with their big or him at the 4. I just feel like with Bobo it's just a situation. Team you on. It is what it is. But that list, I agree and disagree. Peja, if you're even in it. I'm trying to think of like Paul George. If Paul George a 2, I don't think Paul George will ever be top 10. Some people might not like that. If Paul George is a 2, he's not top 10. Kobe, Michael, Vince, Dwayne Wade, James Harden. I don't know if he is. Tracy McGrady. Hold on. James Harden, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, Klay Thompson, T-Mac. I know I'm missing some. Hey, Sam Jones the two. He not better than Sam Jones. Sam Jones got like 9 rings. Um, Cause if we going off career, bro. A lot of niggas might not like this. Oh yeah, Ray Allen. Ray Allen's better than him. Um, Vince Carter. Like this, like bro, I just taking me a while to think, but I can name. And I was gonna say, in my opinion, I think Manu Ginobili is better than Paul George. This is my opinion. It's just my opinion. He has the same move that got us a nigga, an MVP, the Euro step. That's just me. Guarded Kobe. That you felt the nigga guarded Kobe, and I'm talking about like jersey to jersey, right back at Kobe every chance he had. Like to me, I like this shit like that where it's like we know who that man is, and you didn't get two fucks. And then I can go like all the way back in time. Like I just like PG a great player. Hell, I'm not, but he might be. He might be. Oh no, no, he not. No. I was thinking no. When I say no, he not. I was thinking about somebody else though, a different player. He might be. He might be. Ray Allen. I said Manu. I'm thinking some player. I don't know. He might be. He might be. He just might be. He might be. He just might be. Point guards, in my opinion, they go Magic Johnson, John Stockton, Stephen Curry, J Kidd. This is me. Question to y'all. Would y'all rather have Gary Payton, Isaiah Thomas, or Steve Nash? Don't say the MVP like he was averaging 25 and 15. He wasn't. Don't act like he was. I'm talking about Steve Nash. Don't act like he was averaging 25s and he might have had those games, but that year he wasn't averaging no 25, no 30. So let's put that out the realm. Because a lot of y'all gonna be like, oh, he had the MVP. I'm going with him. Not the greatest defender, and both of those players, Isaiah Thomas and Gary Payton, are way better defenders than him. He's a better 3-point shooter than them. But with that 3-pointer, I feel like they can draw maybe enough fouls to calculate that. Are they as good a free throw shooter as him? No. But I think I feel like Gary Payton don't need the ball to control the game as your point guard, which is just crazy to me. Like he'll just like, I don't know, that's just me. Then it's like Zeke is Zeke. And that's no slouch to Steve at all. Steve Nash is Steve Nash. 3-point shooter, 50, 40, 90 club all day, damn near every day. But, I don't know. Tough as a motherfucker. I seen a nigga fix his own nose on some Kobe shit. We seen that. But at the same time, she does go to that into the locker room. At the same time. I don't know. I just feel like Gary Payton got a ring. I don't know. I'll go GP. Cause it's like he can control the game. It's like Magic Johnson can control the game with his scoring and rebounding. And then you got John Stockton. I'm a dime pick and roll. I'm gonna give you the ball. Then you got Steph. I'm gonna do a little bit of everything, even though a lot of people might not think that. Steph does a little bit of everything. Steph gonna get a steal. Steph can give you about 6 or 7 rebounds, just like he can give you 6 to 10 assists. You got him. You ain't got to worry about scoring. J Kidd, triple double. I'm gonna have to put Russ in there. I'm gonna have to put Russ top 5. That nigga have a triple double. Yeah. I don't care. Yeah. Starry Nash, and he got MVPs. Yeah, my nigga Russ. Yeah, Russ, J Kidd, Steph, John, and Magic. My honorary picks would be Rondo, Tony Parker, Gary Payton, Zeke, and I'm gonna have to switch that. Put Kyrie in front of all them niggas, and then now we got one more. I put Steve Nash in there because I saw Kyrie got a ring. That's what I'm saying. Like Kyrie can really be in front of all them niggas. If you talking about like aesthetics of game, Curry is in that motherfucker too. But he just shoots the fucking ball and runs down the court, does his fucking celebration. Yeah, that's that Curry shit. Curry GOAT, right? Need to go, right? But I feel like I had Liz. When it comes to the two guards, that's gonna be the one that might surprise me the most, though. To tell you the truth, because it's like T Mac wasn't on there, Vince Carter wasn't on there. I mean, as in like the small forwards. So I'm thinking about people that could play small forwards, but Vince Carter was never. T Mac has been listed as a small forward before when he was on the Rockets. He definitely was listed as a small forward because he definitely had Kobe and him starting, and he was the small forward. Yes, I remember that. Still got darn D Will. D Will was wild, average 10 assists multiple times. I don't know. I don't know. I think that top 10 of my point guards would be valid. But at the same time, those two got a ring. If we putting rings over shit, bro, that's kind of see that'd be the shit. Like we gonna put accolades over ring. The ring is accolade. But then if we gonna put scoring, like what's your score, what's your and that's the reason why I be putting Russ in a lot of shit. But it's like, yeah, nigga, y'all don't got that, and y'all only got. Well, funny thing in my top 5, only 2 niggas got rings. So when it comes to my point guards, I guess to me rings don't matter. When it comes to my point guards, that's the way it's seeming. I'm not saying that's the way it is, but that's the way it's looking. 2 guards is like every single one of my 2 guards that I said that I would put has rings, as in Jordan, Kobe, Dwayne Wade, Manu, like all of them got rings. Then you gotta put AI. I didn't even say AI for the 2 guards. You see what I'm saying? I didn't even say AI. I said, I don't know, man. Paul George, you might not be, bro. I want to say he is, but I just don't. I'm be trying to think like. They say if you gotta think too hard, it's not true. No, it's a lot of great players that we be forgetting. Right, power forwards to me is always gonna be the like the top 3 power forwards is Tim Duncan. Then after that, to me, there you go Giannis. And after that, I don't know. Like KG, Dirk, I don't know. I don't know. Then you got Chris Webber, Carmelo, Post Malone, Carmelo, Moses Malone, like that. Like, and then I'm not saying a lot of the fours don't got rings, but then it's like fours are one of those like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about your rings. This nigga is nice. Like that's the way I feel like how fours are. Like, you might be like, yeah, Tim Duncan got 5, he got 4 or whatever, but he ain't fucking with KG. That was his team beating him. Like that's the way I feel like fours are. Like, yeah, he got Tim Duncan might have got that, but Dirk was still wilding. That's the way I don't know. Like fours is like the doghouse where like you might have won 7 in a row, 10 in a row, but all 5 of them niggas or 7 of them niggas out of those 10, they was getting to you, nigga. You lucky you had the out of those 10, those 3 little breaks between that. Yeah, you had some dog fights, nigga. That just be me, where some you come out more victorious, but just because you come out more victorious all the time don't mean in this position it's like, yeah, it's hands down Tim Duncan, but I just know a lot of people be like, man, fuck that old that, and I don't like the way, and talking about how you look, aesthetics of the game, and how you, but it's like, yeah. Might not like it. Might use a glass every day. But nigga, that's Tim Duncan, bro. That's Tim Duncan. Block you, switch you on your point guard, had no problem. Not saying he was 1 through 5, but he would definitely switch and not be. Well, I ain't gonna front. If you were big in today's time, yeah, you fool. But I don't know, man. I just feel like Fools is that weird thing where it's like, yeah, like this is me. Where do you put Chris Bosh at? Because Chris Bosh's career was really cut short. Like his shit was really like he can't play. Like he probably can't even really even work out like that as much. But he probably still got to stay active or something. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but he can't play. But Chris Bosh got 2 rings, nigga. Was averaging double before he got to Miami. 25s and 13s and shit. 2 blocks. 5 assists, like wilding. It's just it's little shit like that where no one say Chris Bosh, but Chris Bosh literally career got cut short. No one brings up that nigga. Chris Bosh, like his career didn't get cut short. And when I be hearing fools, I don't hear Chris Bosh name. I be like, are you talking about the nigga that was giving everybody hell when he stepped into the league with the dreadlocks, looking like a raptor, for real, dunking on everybody? Jab step, pump fake, one dribble. He was, yo. It is what it is, man. Your opinion is your opinion. But the fact is, every single player I just named can probably be every one of the players I just named on any given day. Y'all can sit there and say Kobe no, MJ no, but oh, you forgot Kobe got to play MJ. So that no to you, somebody got to win that game. And don't forget, I didn't put KD in there. I didn't put LeBron in there. I didn't put Steph in there. I didn't put Kyrie. So if there was a tournament, all the players, no one is going out with no L. It's impossible. Love Jordan to death. Love Braun to death. It's impossible. Love Jan, it's impossible. Dirk, you're going to somebody. All of y'all are going to catch an L some way, somehow. Anybody go out that gauntlet? That's another thing. Like 2K, you gotta add a certain having like low shit, like quote unquote, like wrestling shit, like gauntlet 1-on-1s, and y'all gotta have like 2K. Y'all missing game modes, bro. Y'all used to have the street ball. Y'all used to have 3-point contest. Y'all used to have the shit in the. Y'all niggas is wildin'. But if that was a house full of basketball players and shit like that, and no one is not losing. In my opinion, right? If that was like, you had Kobe, Braun, Dwayne Wade, Melo, Kyrie, Magic, Steph, all the niggas I was naming, who would y'all think would play first? Who y'all think will play first? You got KD there, you got Kyrie there, you got Steph, you got Kobe, you got Braun, you got MJ, you got Durant, you got who y'all think playing first? You got Bosh, you got Tim Duncan, you got Dirk. Who y'all think playing first? You got Gary Payton. Gary Payton not having nothing with nobody. Who y'all think will play first? That's a real good question. Who playing first? If I had to pick out of everybody, don't forget I said AI. I think the first game, real talk, would be probably Gary Payton and AI. That's just my opinion. Because I don't think Gary Payton just gonna start talking to Giannis and Braun and he might start talking to Jordan off the rip and and Kobe because he know them niggas. But and he know AI came from and he know AI. But like if we was in the house 1-on-1 every time you win, I wouldn't start off. If I was gay, I'm not starting off going at Jordan or Kobe or no nigga above 6'6", but at the same time, Gary Payne like 6'4", 6'5". Gary Payne ain't no short nigga. And it's GP. It's the glove. He probably don't really give a fuck. A house full of defensive niggas would be crazy. Like how, no disrespect to Pat Bev, but how Brandon Brandon Jennings and how you want to start like a 1-on-1, like shit like that. That'd be crazy. Like imagine Marcus Smart, Drew Holiday, Jordan, Kobe, like niggas that really slide feet. Like that'd be crazy. Andre Iguodala, motherfucking Ron Artest, Rondo. Oh, them games are like unless you a real two-way, like a nigga like Kobe and Jordan, like at the same time 1-on-1 is 1-on-1. A lot of players that we get to see play in 5-on-5 setting, we don't get to see play 1-on-1. Meanwhile, they really do that. So a lot of those games that we all think it might be blowouts or might be easy for some, might be one of the most toughest games. Cause it's like this: when you play 1-on-1, you play defense differently. When you playing 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 4-on-4, even 5-on-5, you got to. So certain players as 1-on-1 defenders, as good as you are, I was guarding you 1-on-1 anyway, and only real reason why you kind of got around me because you're able to get a pick. I'm not saying Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, and Kyrie can't, who are all any nigga need a pick to score. But what I'm saying is a lot of defensive niggas can sit there and say that. Where nigga need a pick, nigga. And some players, they move. Shout out to y'all. But I just think Gary Payton and Allen Iverson. I don't know. I don't think Allen. Like if Gary Payton would say something, I don't think Allen Iverson would say something to Gary Payton. I think Gary Payton would just get on somebody's nerve, and the first person he'll like it'll to me would be like Allen Iverson. God, lace them shits up, nigga. Get on the court. Allen Iverson gonna do AI shit, pound whatever, get over. Same whatever, however he feel. But then at the same time, Gary Payton is here, sliding feet. And that's the glove. So I don't know. I just feel like that. I don't know. I just know with everybody I said, no one is leaving that house without an O. I don't give a fuck what you say. You're gonna have Shaq in that motherfucker. Shaq is gonna leave that some way, somehow. I don't know. Shaq might be the only nigga that don't leave with that shit. But that note, about to start streaming. I don't know what game I'm gonna stream, but I'm gonna stream something else. I just had to. I don't know. I just heard the top 25, and I was like, I don't know. I don't really agree with that, so I had to look it up. And certain things I don't agree with, certain things I see why. But that note, 420 out.